Okay, so this is me and Rachel helping us out here. We're going to do a little video on basic country swing moves. I call them basic. Some of them are not real basic, but they're ones that most people know and use a lot. And to start with, my basic pattern, we stretch away, the lady goes under, the guy goes under. The lady goes under, guy does a belt loop, I turn the lady one more time and bring her back into my arm, and then we take off dancing, 3-step or 2-step. Again, or half-step, whatever we're doing. And second pattern is I call it the double, it's got a couple different names. I call it the double drape and arm slide because we stretch away. As I bring her to me, I turn slightly and drop these connections over. We stretch away, and I do a back pass over her head, change hands behind my back, and maybe turn her a couple times and pick her up, and that's in the pattern. Let me do it from the other side so you can see the other angle. So we do the double drape. As I turn, you can see now my hand, this back pass is I put the hand that's in my right hand in my left hand and bring it up and around her halo a couple times and pick her up. That's it. The next move is I'll take her into a waist wrap by turning her into that position right there. I can then roll her out and spin her by me, grab, bring her back in, and off I go dancing again. Variation number 2 is I bring her into the wrap, I roll her out, and as I roll her by me, I can do a turn, generally in the opposite direction, although it doesn't really matter, and then bring her back, off I go dancing. Variation number 3 is wrap, and I really wrap her up tight. In other words, my hip and my chest and her shoulder are all in contact. So when I do what's called a lean, I take her off her weight somewhat, and then we let her out, and we finish with the same exit as before. Next, around the world. So as I'm doing my initial pattern, which is just alternating she goes, he goes, when I do a belt loop, if I pick up her hand with my other hand, my right hand, I then present my left hand to a 2-hand connection, and I start her momentum to my left. And once I start her momentum, I give her a quick spin, both hands going around her halo. Then just leave your hands right there. Using what I call a kind of a cape maneuver, I'm gonna bring her around me just like I've got a cape that's going around my head. And as I do that, she moves around the circle, and then she does a fast spin under both hands. And I'm turning slightly to my right, but she's going around me more than I'm turning a little bit, and that works about the best. She goes around, and I turn her. She goes around, and I turn her. The exit is to turn her back the opposite direction and do a double drape and double arm slide, and then back to dancing. Finally, we have the age-old but super fun pretzel. And there's 2 variations of this, one shorter, one longer. So we stretch away, and as the guy stretches away, he releases his right hand connection and turns about 90 degrees to his partner. So that when he presents his right hand behind his back, like this, she sees it, and as he leads her toward that hand, she picks it up, and he's into that.
Yep.
And so let me start that again. Okay. So we stretch away, over me, wrap, over her, over me, over her, and over me, and around her twice, and that is the whole pretzel. The variation that a lot of people use actually exits a little earlier, but the start is the same. So stretch away, she goes, I go, wrap, and I turn her into a reverse wrap, back to the regular wrap, she goes out, and then if she didn't release me, maybe we'll take 2 hands over her head like this, maybe do another double arm slide, something like that would be kind of the alternate exit. And thank you, Rachel.